Hey guys, and welcome to this week's video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the book Profit First by Mike Michalowicz and how it changed my business and honestly my life forever. My business was spiraling into massive amounts of debt. And without this book, I don't think that we would have gotten out of it and kept the business alive while doing so. So I credit a lot to this book, and the book actually outlines things that I think every entrepreneur faces throughout growing their business. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I put a lot of work into these videos and the research and the script writing behind them. So every single like and subscribe really, truly means a lot to me. So like I mentioned earlier, the book I wanted to dive into and give you guys kind of the summary and the points that will actually change the trajectory of your business and your life as a result is called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. Now, Profit First is based on a very, very simple concept, but it could be extremely revolutionary. And once you look at this concept, you're going to wonder why this isn't how business is always done. Now, traditionally, businesses operate based on the equation of sales minus expenses equals profit. However, this book actually flips that equation upside down, and the new equation that you should be working on is sales minus profit equals expenses. He argues by taking profit first and then working with what you have left over for the expenses will allow a business to become much more financially healthy and keep your profit levels high while growing the business all at the same time. Now, this might seem like common sense, but if you're a business owner and you're spending a ton of money and you're like, where does it all go? This equation really matters. And for me, I was so focused on growth that I was paying attention to our top line revenue, but never our actual profit. Profit is something that I would look at after the month was over and be like, wow, we're still growing, but we're not really taking home any extra money. And this was critical for me when I was really investing into the business and we were actually losing money every month because we were growing so much. I just wanted to dump everything I could back into the ads. And actually looking at this formula has put our business in a place where we're not only growing sustainably now, but we're actually growing at a much healthier rate. And my stress levels are far lower because we're not spending on credit cards and we know how much is coming in and we know how much we're expecting to take home. And especially if you're a solopreneur or if you run a small business, oftentimes you pay yourself the least. I've heard over and over again, and even I've said it, where I've grinded for 5, 10, 2 years, 3 years. I've heard so many times from so many of my friends that are entrepreneurs where they worked for months and months and even years in some cases while paying themselves peanuts, where you're paying your most valuable employee yourself that works the hardest, that works on weekends, that works after hours, the least. And that is just not the way you should be running your business. You should be paying your most valuable employees the most, including yourself. One of the key ways that you can make sure that you follow this system is by looking at the actual percentage allocations based on the size of your business and the amount of revenue coming through your doors every single month. You'll have very specific percentages around how much should go into your profit account, your tax account, your operations account, and so on. And one of the key things that you need to have when following Profit First is multiple bank accounts. And these multiple bank accounts are going to be like little jars that you put the different percentages of every single dollar that passes through your business into. Now, the accounts that the book recommends and the accounts that I have in each of the businesses that I operate is an income account, an operations expense account, a profit account, a owner's pay account, and a taxes account. So I set it up so all of my deposits go straight into the income accounts. From the income account, I then transfer twice a month to the different accounts, knowing my percentages. For example, if you say, oh, I have a 50% profit margin, 50% of all of your income might go to your operations expense account. Or if you're saying, okay, well, we can have a 3% or a 5% go to the profit account, 10% to my owner's pay account, And then however you distribute your taxes, usually like 15 to 20% of the taxes. The point is all the money that passes through the income account. And the only way money leaves the income account is when you distribute it to all of the other accounts in the actual formulas that you have with the preset percentages that go to each. All the percentages will add up to 100, obviously, but that is what you have to follow with every single dollar that passes through. And you have to be extremely, extremely disciplined about this. By distributing everywhere else before putting money in the operations account will force you to work with what's left. So if you pay your taxes, your profit, your owner's pay first, you'll work with what's left on the operations expense. The point is to distribute all this other cash first and then leave what's left for your operating expense. Now remember that the point here is not to squeeze the life out of your business and cut costs to the point where it's gonna put you out of business or even make you deliver a poor product or a poor service. The idea is to improve operational efficiency while decreasing unnecessary expenses. And just so you guys know, when you look at those different allocations based on the size of your business and how much revenue is coming from your business, you don't have to start out at those numbers right away. For myself, I actually started where my operations expense was taking up 90% of all the cash that flowed through. Over time, I adjusted every single quarter to decrease the percentage that was going to operation expense, going from 90 to 88 to 85 to 80, and increasing the owner's pay, the taxes, the profit. And by doing this on a quarterly basis, every quarter I would take 3% away from operations expense and I would distribute it to other accounts. Usually 3 to 5% per quarter is manageable. If you shock it, you're gonna fail and you're gonna give up. Just do little by little by little, and it will eventually put you in the right place, even if it takes 1 to 2 years. You're going to be moving things in the right directions, and you're going to be monitoring things very, very closely rather than letting it all come in and out and then seeing what's left over. In this system, profit will actually be a daily part of your life rather than just one big event, like when you get a new purchase order or a new client. And don't get discouraged if you have 1 or 2 off months in the beginning. Just stay consistent and really, really try to make this work. Dive into the numbers, cancel subscriptions, downgrade subscriptions, contact different subscription companies if you have some that are costing you a lot of money, and see if they have a different program for you for the next 3 months. There's so many things that you can go through to reduce your operations expense. It just takes taking time and actually looking at everything that's getting charged through your business. And if you stay persistent, I promise you, you will see a positive impact on not only your business, but your mental health, because as a business owner, all of the financial stress is going to weigh down on you. And if you can just have things under wrap and have things down to a system, it's going to work out in your favor. You're going to have more mental clarity and more mental space available to grow the business in the coming years. So that is the overall picture. My business, we were $30,000 in debt, and I actually used Profit First to pay that $30,000 off and get us into a better place where we're now sustainably growing and continuing to grow with Profit First in mind every single month, going from what's left over and what can I take home to I know what I'm taking home. How can we grow the business with what's left over? And that has made all the difference. If you guys haven't picked up this book, if you guys have not read this book, it is a great book to read if you own your own business, or if you're thinking about getting into business for yourself. I wish I had this from day one when I started my business, but unfortunately it took me years to realize how important this actually was before I forced myself to implement it. If you've tried Profit First, or if you're doing it currently, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you guys got some value out of this video, and I hope that this actually changes your perception on how you can grow your business and what you can do to actually make sure your business is making you money and putting you in a better position. And if you guys wanted me to review any other books that I've read on any other topics, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.